Hare Krishna. So I welcome you all. As you all know, today is a very, very auspicious day, and it's Hanuman's Ji's birthday. But unfortunately, we are quarantined and not allowed to go outside the house for our better future. Our nation have took the decision that it's a lockdown in India. So I thought there are so many comments this morning I received कि प्रभु जी कुछ बोलिए to speak something about uh, lesson what we should learn from the Hanuman's Charitra. So I thought it's a very magnanimous personality, and it is very much Hanuman possesses all the qualities uh, which we should all have in our day-to-day life, and how we should practice in our day-to-day life, in our corporate life also. So uh, I wish I could map, I could entire Ramayana I should explain, but on a life of Hanuman, but it's we have a very short of time, and so I will do a small one quality. I'll take up one quality of Hanumanji and what he has. Uh, Many other devotee also have in Ramayana characters, but Hanumanji possess uh, extraordinary, demonstrating this quality. And what is that quality? That is one quality uh, we will try to imbibe in our life. I can assure you 95% of your problem will be solved. 90% of anxiety of your future, they will be solved. They will be vanished. It's not easy, but we have to study life of this great personalities by which we can understand, at least take some steps in that directions. What is that one quality? That quality, he always keep his profile very low. Yeah, and if it's, we have to always have a dasanu das. Always Hanumanji keeps his profile very low, very much. He was possessing all the qualities in a vast. So in very one interaction, uh, if we say that one chapter comes that somebody tells that Vanar Sena, I have seen Ravan has kidnapped Sita, taken her towards the Lanka, and that is 100 yojana from the uh, end of the India. So who's a right person who can really help? Okay. So when he came to know that uh, group of monkeys, Vanaras, are headed by Angad, Jamban, Hanumanji, right? These three was the leaders of the whole army, and they told that you go to the southern directions. Who is the one who can jump to 100 yojana, who can fly and make an attempt to see where the mother Sita is? Then all the different monkeys, they were giving different opinions. They were uh, presenting different results as per their strength. So how much anybody can jump? If somebody, if one says I can jump 20 yojanas, 50 yojanas, somebody I can jump 60, 70. Angad said I can jump 100 yojana, but the problem is I cannot come back. That's the problem. And then great Jambavan, you all know, uh, he was so extraordinary. Uh, and he was a very much powerful. He was most powerful. Jambavan said, when Brahman Dev, uh, you all know, in a Satyuga, when Vamana Dev appeared in Ramayana, is a story of Treta Yuga, and Vaman Dev appeared in a Satyuga. Treta means three, but due to some reason, uh, Manvantara, Dwapar Yuga and Treta Yuga, it exchanged. So Dwa is two. Generally comes second. Dwapara is supposed to come in second, but in this Manvantara, the yugas got exchanged. That is a different story. It is a lot of detail in how it got and what was the reason behind that. But point is that we discuss about we'll discuss sometime other later. But but the Ramayana in it is from in Treta Yuga and Vamandev pastime is from the Satyuga. So when Jambavan uh, was born, when Lord Brahma was yawning, yes. So he is directly son of the Brahmaji. So that's why he is a referred, Brahman is a referred as a Brahmaputra. So Vamandev appeared in a Satyuga. So Jamban said, I circulated parikrama. He did a parikrama 21 times of Vamandev, and you all know Vamandev's body so much expands. He went to the three lokas, whole universe he captured, and Jamban did parikrama of 21 times of that form. But he said, I was a young at that time, but now I am a turned old. I cannot do that. That's what Jambavan said. Everybody was giving their opinion and statistic. Who can do, he can do, and everybody was discussing about it. But there is a one person who was silent, who was not speaking anything. Who was Hanumanji? Hanuman was a very he was just silent. He's letting everybody speak. And then Jamban finally saw Hanuman. Hanuman is speaking, he's silent. Jamban went to the Hanuman and said, oh my dear Lord, what about you? Jamban said, Hanuman, for you, what to speak about 100 yojanas? This is nothing for you, because we all know in a childhood, Hanuman eat the sun. You know the story. Hanuman is cursed in childhood that he used to pray pranks with the rishis and all the devtas and all. So he used to play around with their stuffs and all. So he was very powerful, and some of the rishi cursed him. "You will forget all your powers, divine powers, and when the right time comes, and if the right person reminds you, that time you will gain all your powers." Then Jamban said, "Oh great soul, oh great personality, remember, just remember you have this power, what you did in this time." And then to Jamban become a Siksha Guru of Hanumanji. So that's the duty of Guru. Guru most important duty is to he reminds the he connects the soul with the super soul, because we forget our constitution position in this material world, that we are not the body, we are the part and parcel of Krishna, and I am an eternal soul which is just got separated from Lord. So now what happened when Hanumanji heard Jamvan about himself, and he remembered all his power, all his potency, then took a leap, just jumped off. Jai Shri Ram. Then everybody's. We were discussing 80 yojana, 90 yojana. This person, uh, he jumped we in detail there is a story with in middle how he took a stop and how he got the hurdle and how he overcome it. So we know that after he he was so powerful. He was so uh, the he never experienced this type of Hanuman's Hanumanji was having so much power. We know he was experiencing that power, but he never experienced this type of power. He didn't experience it. And we know that reaching Sri Lanka, that Ravana's Lanka, and he uh, he found the Sita Maya, and and we know that and we know that how he found it, and then he presented. Somebody said in uh, uh, in Lanka that some Vanara have come, and he's doing so utpath, he's doing so mischievous things in the Lanka, and some of the other uh, uh, Lankesh Patis, Ravana's Sainik, uh, they grabbed, they caught him. Ravana was a very successful Rakshasa, and it is mentioned that in his kingdom, not a single ant can enter without his permission. But you know, but Hanuman, he went there. He found the Sita Maya. He exchanged the gifts which is given by Ramji, and he was presented in uh, front of the Ravana. So this is uh, this is the quality uh, which possessing everyone. Like we know we can do better things in our life, but there should be always be required someone who can tell you and who can say uh, you can do this better, in a better way you can do this. So in our corporate office also, we should always encourage our juniors. They, whatever they have done in their work as per their best ability, we always encourage them. Wow, very good, you can do better than this. Just guide them more and more. How the Jambavan enlightened his spiritual energy in his all potencies in Hanuman. Someone reminded him, you can do this better, you can do this way, you can do better, and you can jump. So it's the same way in corporate life also. Everybody, we are working in this world, and we wanted to perform in our best way. But there should be someone. Spiritually, we have a guru. In office also, we have to behave like a guru to our downline. We have to always encourage, and we have to take very practically guide, and then you see how the junior can perform for you. It's very important. And this is one lesson which we should learn from the Jamwan and Hanuman story. So uh, when Hanuman's come back and to Ram, and he presents that, okay, the Sita Maya is there. I met him, and when he comes back, when he came back, he gives the news, and he said, your Sita Maya, our Sita Maya is there in Ravana's place in Sri Lanka, in a Lanka. So so at that time, you should experience. Uh, it's so happy. Ramchandra, the supreme personality of Godhead, becomes so happy on Hanumanji. Ramchandra says that this is the best gift what you have given, and because of this, your glories will be go on for billions and billions and billions of the ages. Nobody will forget you. And Hanumanji this did this, and he didn't he didn't mentioned, or he didn't proudly expressed it. I did. We were discussing before also in Shastastakam Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, that whatever we do, it is for the Lord, but we are much more. We can say, so we are more interested the things which we have not done, and still wanted to say, "Ki, sir, I did that. Oh, मैंने किया. Oh, this is because of. No, this is not the quality of the leader." Hanuman said, no, status in anxiety. Right now, in a Facebook, and it's in a YouTube, in a Facebook, and you can say in a Snapchat, or Instagram. Status anxiety. WhatsApp status anxiety. Yeah, sometimes people say that, how can I post uh, about photos, about Instagram status, in all the social media? How can I get maximum likes, maximum views, maximum shares, maximum tweets I can get? What will people think about you? How how many people will validate that? We just wanted to prove that the people should validate that I am a great soul. They wanted to know. They wanted to show that, okay, I'm very great, and I did this, I went there, uh, in a status, flying to this, and this is all. Why we required this all things? Why? Yeah, we have to be always Hanuman, follow the Hanuman in this. All of them asking Hanumanji. What asking? Yes, you are so great. You did. How you did it? How you did it? Hanumanji always he kept very low profile. Although he achieved the greatest task, he achieved of Ramayana, to finding the Sita Devi. Nobody could have done except him. He didn't post it in Facebook or media. I am the one who did it. You cannot do this. I did it. You all are monkeys are useless. No, that is how the people do is this way. People are behaving like, I did, yes, yes, I did it. Yeah, thanks. There was one person I know. He cracked in my relation only. He cracked a cat, one of my relatives' son, and he was very much into the social media and all. And he posted. So cat, he posted that he cracked cat in 3 months. He posted that status update, just 3 months, and cat is yours. So everybody likes to boost their quality in social media. How fast you are, how powerful you are. Everybody want to express it. Uh, you get a you got a good you got uh, because of your power, and because of your with with your with your knowledge, you just cracked it, and you got admission in IIM Ahmedabad, or you can say in Bangalore, IIM Bangalore. But why you wanted to tell other people? You want to tell, but you want to show that I am a so great. I did it in 3 months. What will this person will do in future? Every achievement he will share. Promotion 1 year. This project completed in 3 months. This is a status anxiety. Will people acknowledge this? What we say that uh, Puja Labha Pratishtha. This is just one verse comes in a Upanishad. I'll just read. Uh, it's Puja Labha Pratishtha. Shukrena Vista it is. Shukrena Vista. This Puja Labha and Pratishtha is like a stool of a boar. Boar eats stools and he passes. It's like he eats stools and passes. So point is not that you should not share it, or you should not share with the uh, devotee, or you can say it's your friends, but in a humble way. It is required. So point here is people try to say that digital Hanumanji. If somebody asks, everybody asks Hanumanji, how you did? I just jumped and with the mercy of Lord Ram, I found it and I burned the Lanka, and I burned the entire Suvarna Lanka, and I came back. If you read the Ramayana, how it was very dangerous. Ravan was a demon, and as I earlier mentioned, that even an insect cannot enter inside the Lanka, and without the permission, nobody can come out. But in that situation, Hanuman uh, killed Ravana's son. He so many thousands of soldiers. He killed Rakshasas. He burned 75% of Lanka, and he was attacked. He came back successful. He would have easily taken Sita, Maya, and come back. Would have come, but he didn't. That is a different story. Different story only that. Uh, uh, why he didn't do. That is a big logic inside in that. He would have easily taken Sita and he presented to Ramji, but this Leela was supposed to happen. Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha drushkita dharma sansthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge. Lord has to appear. He wanted to prove this sloka of Ramji wanted to prove this sloka of Bhagavad Gita. That's why this didn't happen. So 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 Hanumanji's job was to find a Sita. But what he did, but he burned entire enemy city and he came back. So this is the fundamental we should learn from Hanuman in our corporate life. Okay, whatever task given to you, whatever task is given to you for the job, you do you do some related work also. You take some burden, and you do some extra effort. You put some extra effort and work out of your scope. You should work out of your scope and prove yourself, and you should prove yourself. So this is one quality of Hanuman we should learn in our day to day. We should. Who can be the most successful uh, than Hanuman? But he still kept his his position very humble. He achieved a lot. He always says it's a by grace of Lord Ram. Hanumanji always said before, during, and after he successful. Uh, uh, he never took respect. One quality of leader I wanted to share. Whenever somebody does mistakes and he is from your team, you teach him and you take the blame of that. You don't present that he did that. But when he perform and he give you the best and he deliver you the best, then praise him and present him that he did it. You follow this rule of the leader. Being a leader, you if you follow this, you know how how much successful you will be in this one. in your corporate world. All your downline, whole your team will work for you day and night. Just you have to give them the importance. Give them. Ramchandra gave so much importance to Hanuman, but, but Hanuman didn't accept it. Ramchandra said, "You did it. You are my Priya Hanuman. You are my greatest devotee." Shri Hanuman said. He was so it's continually chanting Jai Shri Ram. Hanumanji was chanting. So greatest quality, he always gives credit to his Guru and the Lord. Yeah, Supreme Personality of Godhead. He was the son of Sun God, Surya, and he's so exalted personality. He never took credit, and he always into the dasanu, dasanu, dasanu. Such a huge task. Nobody can do that. Nobody can think, achieve, and he was so powerful. Most warrior in entire Ramayana, Hanumanji. He was so much powerful. If we go forward, we know the story of Lakshmana when uh, when Lakshmana was died and the Vaidya uh, he said you have to bring this medicine from the Himalaya, and he entered Himalaya. So this is the service. This is the work everybody has to do. कि boss ने जितना बोला उतना नहीं करना. Whatever boss says, you just do that. You didn't take part of the scope of the out of the scope. You should work. Then you see how you can perform and how your material life as well as spiritual life goes so fast. You get the gains. He didn't tell. Hanuman was very much powerful than the Sugriv. You know, we know that Hanuman was so powerful, but he was so humble servant of Sugriv. Always he worshipped as his king to Sugriv. Hanuman's power was beyond everyone. He was Hanuman was having all the Vardhanas by the Varuna, Vayu, Brahma, Indra, everybody blessed him with a divinity. So Hanuman in Hanuman Chalisa also, Ashtasiddhi Navanidhi ke data, Ashtasiddhi. He was such an extraordinary person, but he gave always credit to his God, Sitaram, Ram Lakshmana. If we can simply imbibe this quality of Hanumanji in our life, we have some success in our life, we have some achievement. Instead, we can celebrate. I'm not saying we should not celebrate, but it should be kept in lotus feet of Krishna. Because of you, lotus feet of Ramji, because of you, I achieved this. We I'm not saying we should not take credit. Everything uh, it should not be very artificial, not to be present very humble. It should be offered to our Guru, our Shiksha Guru, Disha Guru, whatever your somebody in your life. So this is the different qualities of Hanumanji we can implement in our life, and we can really we can achieve our whole goal of life. What is the purpose of living life in this material? Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadi Dukha Dosha Anudarshana. See, in this material world, there is a always anxiety. There is a Janma Mrityu Jara and Vyadi means birth, uh, death, disease, and anxiety, fear. It's always we have to come out of this Janma Mrityu Jara. We have to serve to Lord as Hanuman served, with his best effort. Whatever you do in your life, do the best, not ordinary. If somebody give you this task, you perform a task into two tasks, 2x tasks. See how your material life also goes uh, nicely and spiritually. So I thankful all of you listen, and today is a today is a Hanuman Jayanti, so we pray to Shri Hanumanji that please give us the his mercy